Morning. Welcome back into Wake Up America. Happy Monday to you. A Russian blogger with close ties to the Kremlin was killed in a bomb in a cafe in St. Petersburg in Russia. The bomb was reportedly concealed inside a figurine, a Russian urn. Russian police arresting a 26-year-old female suspect. Basically, the Russians are claiming that the Ukrainians did this. Joining us now for more, former DIA intelligence officer and author of Putin's Playbook, Russia's Secret Plan to Defeat America, Rebakah Koffler, and retired Air Force Brigadier General and Newsmax contributor Blaine Holt. Great to have you both on this Monday. Good to see you. Rebakah, the spokeswoman for the Russian Foreign Ministry immediately blaming Ukraine. Can you take us through what you think might have happened here? On the surface, to me, it doesn't make any sense for the Russians to kill a pro-war blogger.
At this point, it's not clear who exactly is behind it. The investigation showed that a 26-year-old woman named Daria Trepova has committed this murder. The Russians, in a sense, are getting the taste of their own medicine, because these are old KGB tactics and even current Putin's tactics, right? The Russians have been conducting assassinations throughout the world. And so, interestingly, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who's nicknamed Putin's chef, who's also the head of the Wagner Group, the Russian paramilitary, or rather mercenary group, which is essentially Putin's hit squad, denied the hypothesis that Ukraine is behind this terrorist attack,
right,
if you will, because he's the one who rented the cafe where Tatarsky was assassinated to a pro-Russian group. And so, no, it is not clear who exactly, if Ukrainians did that. I mean, that would indicate that they are willing to show to Putin that they're going to raise the cost of his barbaric war on Ukraine for him.
Okay, apparently this blogger was very popular in Russia as well. General, I want to get your take on this, and I want to catch everybody at home up to date on what we're looking at here. So this is a video of this figurine, like a little statue, basically. It was a gift. You can see kind of in the background there, this guy hands him this statue, and that's the thing that exploded. And then the other video we have is outside this coffee shop, this cafe. You know, the building, or the cafe itself, totally leveled there after this thing explodes. What do you think happened here?
So there's one of two things. You either have a Ukrainian special operation that, is used through what we'll call human operations resources inside of Russia, activating anti-war activists and getting them energized, or it's an organic anti-war movement. And this is the start of what we're going to see, which is some terrorism in and around Putin's Russia,
right,
to go against the war, because they understand what the consequences are if they just go out and protest the war. So very deadly. It's one of two things. There's probably going to be more of this as we go.
Yeah, interesting that it's happening inside Russia. That's important to note. Rebakah, you wrote an op-ed in The Federalist. There is only one U.S. leader that Putin fears, and that's former President Donald Trump. Trump apparently agreed with you. He retruthed you, writing, "I actually got along, quote, very well with Putin. There would be no Russia-Ukrainian war right now if I were president." Rebakah, nobody knows this stuff better than you do. In fact, you wrote a book right behind you there about this. Do you agree with that assessment?
Do I agree with my own assessment that the U.S.
No. Do you agree with Donald Trump? Because he's been very open about that. Donald Trump has said, look, this happened with Obama. It's happening with Biden. There was 4 years when it didn't happen, and that was the 4 years when I was president.
100%, Rob. I agree with former President Trump that there wouldn't have been a war on Ukraine by Putin if he were president. And here's why. Trump demonstrated to Putin that he is not to be messed with. No, Trump did not call any kind of, did not use offensive language to disparage Putin, but Trump actually took action. What he did was he first stood up the Space Force, and that countered Russia's space warfare strategy. Second, he authorized offensive cyber operations against foreign adversaries such as Russia who hack U.S. networks. Second, he kicked out the so-called Kaspersky software out of U.S. government networks that we had deployed that was actually collecting intelligence. Most importantly, and people can go to the piece and read the rest of the reasons, but most importantly, Trump authorized the development of a low-yield tactical nuclear warhead for our own forces, a cruise missile deployed on a sea-launched one, okay? And so Putin understood that Trump means business, and therefore he never attempted to do anything to invade any country. Well, Biden came to office and he canceled that program of a sea-launched.
Rebakah, we've got to leave it there. I think the other big takeaway, at least my takeaway, was just the respect factor. It seems pretty clear that Vladimir Putin doesn't respect the guy in the Oval Office right now. And he had a whole lot of respect for the previous president because he was an unknown entity, politically speaking. Nobody knew what Trump would do, and that worked to his advantage on the international stage. Rebakah Koffler, General Holt, great to see you. Thanks for being with us on this Monday. We'll pick it up again soon. All right, lots more coming up this morning on Wake Up America. Don't forget to download the Newsmax app. Do what millions of people have done over the last several months. Best part about the app, free to download, free to watch us. We'll be right back.